Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for Psych-5 Social Psychology for Saturday, August 28th. I'm just going to go over a few items, reminders, clarifications, anything I think you need to know to be successful in our class, at least for this upcoming week here. So please take note and let's go ahead and get through this here. First item here is that your Unit 1 exam ended yesterday on Friday, so you should have gotten a score notification there from Canvas, letting you know what your score actually was. So please take a look at that, especially note the comments I may have made on your essay questions there. I don't tend to get too elaborate with those, but once in a while there's a problem or something, so I do indicate that. So please take a look at those. Otherwise your score will speak for itself. Also, you've got an announcement already this week that Unit 2 has opened. It covers chapters 3, 4, and 5. So this is our first unit to cover 3 chapters. And all of our remaining units will cover 3 chapters. Chapters 1 and 2 in Unit 1 were just really a lot of table setting for the rest of the course. You know, power of the situation, the role of construal, how we do research, and the pros and cons of different methods. That was all just important table setting. So when we get to these actual content chapters now, you'll be way more on board. And you're going to see those 2 issues, the role, power of the situation, and the role of construal over and over again in every chapter and multiple times within a single chapter, because it's pretty important stuff, and you'll see that as you get through. It's a real nice frame of reference to use to really get the content in the course, and that's one of the reasons I like this book. There is a consistent theme, and I like having everything tied together with that. I think it's a really great way to present this otherwise complicated material. Next item here is that your quiz and discussion for Chapter 3, which is all about the self. And what you're going to learn about the self is that it is the oldest area of inquiry in psychology, especially social psychology. Psychology, in case you didn't know, only existed starting back in the later 1800s. Okay, so it hasn't been around for hundreds of years like chemistry and astronomy and things like that. But one of the first areas of important inquiry was about the self, this thing that is utterly familiar to us, but utterly mysterious too. It's really fascinating stuff. We can all relate to it, and I hope you really like it. It's a pretty long chapter too because of this long history that it's enjoyed of exploration in social psychology. But do take a look, and keep in mind that your quiz and discussion for that again is due next Friday, September 3rd. And as always, you can work ahead. Next item here is that you're inquisitive. Assignments will cover these 3 chapters in this unit, chapters 3, 4, and 5. And I do want to point out that when you get to chapter 3, you may get to a certain point in some of the questions where a little survey may pop up there because the textbook publisher sent me a notice saying they have updated some of the questions there in chapter 3. They're piloting actually some new sort of interactive graphs. Because I think, if I recall correctly, I actually wrote the updated questions for chapter 3, but apparently they've done some updates. They've added some bells and whistles on some of the interactive capacity for some of the questions that involve illustrations, and they want you to answer a brief survey about what you think, just so they can, it's kind of a beta test basically to see how it works. And so please do provide your feedback there if you see that. So nothing's wrong if you get that survey. It's just part of what they're doing right now as part of the kind of new and improved chapter 3 inquisitive there. Okay? So check that out. Next item here, just to remind you that any comments I make on your discussions that you post there, those are private to you. I do not post those on the discussion board itself, so please make sure when you pull up your score for a discussion that you actually also notice that I have made some comments. I do try to provide some meaningful feedback because some of you say some really great stuff, and I'd like to let you know that. But if there is a problem with your discussion participation, maybe you didn't fully answer the prompt or even answer it at all correctly, I have to let you know that why you got a lower score. So, and that's why I don't post it in the open forum there. I have to keep that private because it's really nobody else's business why you got all the points or why you didn't, for that matter. So I just want to let you know, remind you about that. Next thing here is don't forget to please watch those lecture videos. They may seem long, but again, you're not getting any more content in those lecture videos than I would present in a face-to-face class. And I say some pretty cool stuff and elaborate on some things that are pretty fascinating, actually. So I hope if you're a psychology nerd like myself, you don't mind doing those, but they will help you out. And the nice thing about the videos is you can stop them, rewind them, skip ahead, whatever you want to do, but do at least watch some of them because they are designed to help you really get the material better, and because some of the content is a little abstract, and it's kind of helpful to have an instructor, your professor, explain that. So it's definitely worth it to check those out. Just plan your time accordingly. Last thing here is that don't forget we have our live sessions on Monday, so hopefully it'll be good to see some of you there if you can make it. If not, remember those are recorded. And if you are having a problem with anything, last thing here, please don't hesitate to reach out via email. I'll get back to you and we'll work out whatever kind of problem you're having. So please let me know if you're having an issue. Otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend there, and take care, and maybe I'll see you on Monday. Otherwise, I'll see you in those lecture videos, perhaps, right? So take care until next time. We're done.